Madam Deputy Speaker, I remember when the pandemic first hit and the Chancellor said that we would all be in it together. Well, the reality hasn't turned out that way. It's been the story of the many and the few. For the many, it has meant food bank use rocketing. It's up 33% a year ago. Universal credit, that's doubled in my constituency. Child poverty, now more than 1 in 3 children in Coventry South. That's nearly 7,000 kids in my constituency alone, and nearly 4.5 million across the country. But while the majority have struggled with failing wages, unemployment, and rents that they can't afford, for a wealthy few, it's been a bonanza. Last week, the Sunday Times Rich List revealed a record growth in UK billionaires, 171 in total. Their wealth now stands at £600 billion. That's up nearly 25%. Amazon, which has raked in record revenues across Europe this year, £38 billion, paid nothing in corporation tax. Madam Deputy Speaker, this isn't just a broken economic model. It's not just unfair and unequal, it's rigged. It's redistribution, but not in the way that we might traditionally understand. It's taken from the many and given it to the few. And that's what's happening when we see that food bank use is up 35% and billionaire wealth is up 25%. But this Conservative government doesn't refuse to tackle that. It also aids and abets it. There's nothing in this finance bill to tackle the tax loophole that means that income earned through wealth, overwhelmingly owned by the rich, is taxed at a lower rate than income earned through work. There's nothing in this finance bill to fairly tax the obscene profits companies like Amazon have made during the pandemic with a refusal by the government to embrace a windfall tax. There's nothing in this finance bill to provide the investment we need in HMRC to tackle tax avoidance and tax evasion from the super rich and big businesses. Instead, the government is standing by as the tax gap stands in excess of £35 billion. But what there is in this bill is £15 million more in annual cuts to government departments, a super-deductions tax cut on capital spending that the rich are already reported to be using to purchase jacuzzis. And to top it all off, Madam Deputy Speaker, there's the Tory government's refusal to embrace plans to tackle global tax avoidance. These plans, put forward by the US, could stop the likes of Amazon, Google and Facebook from dodging tax, from refusing to pay their fair share, and it could end the race to the bottom on corporate tax rates. Even at a moderate rate of 21%, it could raise £13.5 billion for the UK Treasury, according to Tax Justice UK. But, Madam Deputy Speaker, we shouldn't really be surprised by the government, as it's on the side of big business and the super rich. Because for a decade, they've been cutting taxes while cutting the budgets of schools and hospitals across the country. They're also funded by 1/3 of UK billionaires. And of course, Madam Deputy Speaker, they're led by the super rich too. Not just an old Etonian Prime Minister who complains that his salary of £150,000 isn't enough, but a Chancellor who went from an elite private school to Oxford to investment banking before becoming the wealthiest Member of Parliament in this House and using his power to cut the services of the working class. Madam Deputy Speaker, instead of this rigged and rotten system, we could make the super rich pay their fair share and fund our public services and end poverty for all. That is the least this government should be doing, and therefore it should back the plan for a global minimum corporation tax and backing my amendment to shine a light on the scandal of tax dodging. Instead of entrenching inequality, it could be building an economy for all. Thank you.